Hey y'all, I don't know if y'all are like me and have put like evergreens, arborvitaes, and different evergreens in pots. Um, but I've got these two. I've actually got several in pots that's got to be planted this year, and I knew it because they're starting to get, brown spots. They're not as green as they should be, and so I probably could change the dirt and upsize the pots. But I think it's time to put these two in the ground. And so these two have probably been in these pots for, I'm going to say, 4 years. I've got some more that I put in pots shortly after these two. And you can see the one on the left is, it's just not green the way it should be. And I know exactly where I want to put these. And I'll have to look up and see which arborvitaes these are because I can't remember. Like I said, I bought these 4 years ago and I didn't keep the tags. But they, these two are going to stay pretty narrow. And they're probably, once they're in the ground, they're probably going to be 5 foot tall. And so I love them, and because they're narrow, it gives me the option to put them in places that I wouldn't normally be able to put, some of the other types of arborvitaes that are going to get, really wide. So I'm gonna try to get these out of the pots, and I may show y'all that because I don't know how easy these are gonna come out since they've been in here for like 4 years, and I'm sure it's gonna be tough getting these out of the pots. Hopefully I'm able to get them out without ruining my pots. We'll see. This is where I'm thinking that they're going to go. You can see I've got two arborvitaes in pots, and I set these here a couple of days ago just to, kindly get a view of whether I wanted to put them here or not. I would like to move them closer to the awning or the arbor, but I don't want to have to move a bunch of stuff, and I think that by putting them where these two are at, it's going to, help kind of block a little bit more of the view of the pool, especially once they get a little bigger. But I left these two sitting here for a couple of days to see if I was gonna, like where they're at, and that's something that I would recommend. It's a good idea if you've got something and you're wanting to plant it, but you're not exactly sure if you're going to like it there. Just leave it in its pot that you bought it in, and set it where you think you might want it, and just leave it there for, a few days. And you'll kind of know if you're going to like, where they're at or not. And so I'm going to go get the other two and bring them over here and see how it looks. Okay, after adjusting them multiple times, I think I've got them where I want to put them. Now let's see if we can get them out of the pot. I'm afraid that's going to be a problem. Oh yeah, this is not going to be fun. Let's see how many tools it's going to take to get this out of the pot. Ooh. You can use a knife or something that you can run down along the edges if that's easier for you. But I think I might be able to get it with a spade shovel. Well, I enjoy having these in pots. And I'm planning to put another one in each one of these pots. Because it's fun decorating for Christmas and stuff. And you just have that evergreen interest at your door all year long. This part is not fun. Oh my goodness. There we go. And it's out. Now let's go do the other one. Here's number 2. Yeah, it's not coming out by pulling it. But it was worth trying. You just never know. You can hear, I can hear the roots. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Kind of coming loose from the pot. I will say, because the roots attach to the pot after a while, depending on, what style pot you use, it may be harder or easier to get it out of the pot once it's been in there a few years. There's number 2. So now we're ready to dig the holes and get them planted. Maybe y'all might not want to wait as long as I did about planting these once you put them in a pot. That was a pretty good size hole. But I got one down and one to go. I just wanted to show y'all real quick. When you're planting it in the ground, you want to make sure that you don't plant it any deeper than what it was in the pot. And so maybe you can see that's just about perfect. Then I'm gonna fill the hole almost all the way with water, and then I'll cover it up and water it in good. I'll wait till I get both of them planted, and then I'll water them both in good to get rid of the air pockets. So let me go dig the other hole. Well, that one's in. Let me just get it covered up. I forgot to put the water. That's very important. Remember to put the water in the hole. Well, there they are, y'all. I think they look really good. And I'm going to say, this whole area looks totally different than it did 7 or 10 days ago. You really don't realize how much of a difference just doing a couple things in the landscape, what a difference it actually will make. Having these two here is going to give me some evergreen interest during the wintertime on this side of the yard, because if you've watched the other video, the one before this one, you saw that we created 2 new flower beds right here. And I love this area now. Let me scoot back and see if I can get all of this area in here. But you can see all of the evergreens now is going to help bring a lot of interest to this whole area all during the wintertime, because most of the things over here is deciduous. And, you know, it just looks, I don't know, it just looks so, it's almost sad during the wintertime because there's nothing green over here. But this year will be different, and I'm excited about that. But the few things that I've done, I'm just going to do a quick little, this is not a tour, so I'm not going to, but between those 2 flower beds, those 2 evergreens, and then if you watch the video where I created a border, you can see that I planted, divided and planted the grass, and it goes all the way around to the other side to that little walkway in there. And so this whole area looks totally different. I'm gonna have to get used to it. I love it. It's gonna, take a little bit to get used to. I also, while I'm out here, the fall colors, that's something that I enjoy it, but I've never really just focused on trying to do fall colors. But the crepe myrtles, if you live in a zone where you can grow crepe myrtles, look how beautiful these colors are. This one is already starting to lose its leaves, but the yellows and the oranges are just so beautiful. When I was out here working, I was noticing, just how pretty they are. Definitely want to add some fall interest to your yard. I'm gonna walk over here and show y'all some of the colors of some of the other trees right quick. Look how beautiful all these colors are. Now, while most of these trees, or all of these that you're seeing right here, they are going to lose their leaves during the wintertime. But to have these colors for weeks in the fall, it's so worth it to me. You can see the burning bush. There's another crepe myrtle with the orange and yellow tones. And then this dogwood. This is a pink dogwood. And I'm probably for sure going to add a couple more of these in different parts of the yard. Because, it blooms the real pretty pink in the springtime. And then it's just green the rest of the spring and all the summer. But in the fall, you have this explosion of color. And it's just amazing. And so you can see a lot of these trees are just, it's a variety of different kinds of trees, but the colors are just amazing. And some of them are just starting to turn, so within the next 4 or 5 days, it's really going to be beautiful out here. Anyways, I hope this video gives you a little bit of inspiration to want to get out in your yard and do something creative. And, whether it's just adding a border, planting a couple evergreens, creating new flower beds, or focusing on something, plants that's going to give you this kind of color in the fall. But anyways, until next time, bye.